How's it going, everybody? How's it going, everybody? Blah, blah, blah. Horrible start. Got a little distracted. Sorry. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? This is Eddie, and welcome back to the final episode of Season 1 of the Minecraft Let's Play. Today, we are going to be doing a tour of everything that has been done so far on the server. But first, a couple changes. And then we're going to hop into creative mode and fly around. But first, I would like you to view this area. How fantastic. It has no more ugly village breeder that drops my frame rate because for some reason it just wouldn't stop breeding. Actually, I fixed that problem, but it was for a while. And no ugly expensive houses. So that's nice. And next we have the outside of the wall. And you know, actually, rather than go over there and take an entire episode's worth walking there, I think we will go there in creative mode, and just do the showing off of the final touches then. But for now, let me just show you one change over here that I made. In creative mode, yes, but this was the one project that was allowed to be in creative mode, and it was to mark original spawn. The zombie is no longer two-sided. Covered up the face. I also added some extra variation, the leaves for different shades of green on the arms. I had that on the head before, but not on the arms. Now it's on the arms, and I added some spider webs simulating some form of gas, and then he's also smoking. I in no way condone smoking. I just really, the thought occurred to me because I was thinking about the zombie siege mini game, and I thought it would be the best if I could put cobwebs there so that it was like impossible to go through with any speed, so you'd have to get some zombie spawns, like a lot of zombie spawns before getting into the room. But I was like, oh, that can only be done in creative mode, and we can't do anything in creative mode except for the zombie. And I was like, oh my god, I should have taken advantage of that. So no, I don't smoke. I don't think anyone else on the server smokes. I'll probably take that down, actually, just so people don't get the wrong idea, especially because it's the only thing on the zombie. If I had some other kind of thing, I have to think of something to dress him up as opposed to a zombie. But without further ado, let's get into this here. Alright, awesome. It's so hard not to want to just terraform these now that I'm in all these hills and stuff, now that I'm in creative mode, because you can do it so fast. But I won't, because that's not right. But anyways, so the only new thing here is this, really. This whole area here. And then this is the only unique building, but it's not really unique. I've had another one in the town, and it's not special. It's just a bunch of doors to really max out the number of the villagers that we're going to have in here. And because I had all those doors, I didn't put any doors in any of these up here, also because it's kind of annoying to put them in there since there's no good way into that section of the house. And the last thing is the outside of the wall here is all done, and over here we had some problems because I was an idiot and made the wall. This is where I wanted to end the village. And with the sandstone wall, I made it like hanging over inside of the village, but that wasn't going to work for this one because then, oh crap, creative mode. I think your reach is longer in creative mode. Yeah, I think it definitely is. But this side here, if that would overhang, it would cover up the street, and we don't want it like that. So I had to do this. It's a little ugly, but it does the trick. I just want to fill in that Enderman hole. I can't help it. Anyways. Oh, there's so many of them. We're never going to be back here, so even if I did do a whole overhaul of this place right now so that it had, like, everything I could ever want, and a room full of diamond blocks, wouldn't really matter, because all I'm going to do is just empty out all the chests slowly as we need the materials inside them, and bring them over to the new area, the 1.3 zone. Anyways, so let's start this right. Oh, I didn't notice this. Enderman damage. I guess I didn't think Enderman could take wool. Let's just fix this just because. How tall is this? I don't want to put that there. There. Alright. Cool. Now it's fixed. Now it's better. Awesome. Alright, so let's start at original spawn. We were just there. It's right over here. Popped into here. Pop! Blink goes right up here. It was like sometimes you'd be down on the hill, sometimes you'd be up here. And I first started, this was before any sort of recording was even thought about for this. These are Rob's pillars leading off into his original house in the jungle biome that way. But, oh, this medium render distance is getting really annoying. Or normal, I mean. But, hopefully that will be fixed, soon. On my end, it's not Minecraft's fault, it's my fault. But maybe it will improve at 1.3, I don't know. Not sure on their full change list. But anyways, so, you know, we're surveying the area, flying around in creative mode, saying, hey, let's build a zombie to mark spawn. We're building that. And I spot a ravine over here, and I thought, oh, that's awesome. So, admittedly, I flew over there in creative mode and took a look inside, saw a bunch of iron, and said, well, found my starting point. So I came over here, it was all open, and I dug it out. The first thing I did was, wait for it, I'm gonna see how short of a time I can sum up my entire entire time so far in the server. But anyways, I came over here, and the first thing I did was hollow out an entranceway around over here and just put down a crap ton of chests, because that's who I am. And it was basically a mound of dirt over here, naturally generated dirt, which I just had a door in the side of it. And when I cleared out the ravine and put these half slabs and stuff in so that it was just, it wasn't really ravine terrain anymore, it was floors and everything, I dug out a tree farm. Oh, come on, why does it keep doing that? I gotta stop pointing at things by punching it. And I dug out a tree farm and, you know, got that going. And I dug down. Let's see if I can sprint. Dug down and down and down, all the way down to level 12. Right here. And started a branch mine, which is looking great for some reason. Usually there's void fog. Why is there no void fog? I mean, I'm not complaining, so. Huh, interesting. You can see perfectly. Well, good thing I caught this on video then, right? This is amazing. It looks so neat. It was, the reason why I abandoned it is because it was getting so large that with the void fog I was getting lost, actually. But, yeah, these used to be all tunnels. I used TNT to clear it out into a wide area, looking for a slime chunk. And I found one which I've sectioned off and used to get slime balls, because every now and then I'll come down here and there'll be a large slime or something down here. It's not as efficient as it could be. You know, there's torches and the sign that marks says it's the slime chunk in the way, and these borders probably are intruding on the chunk. They probably should be all moved out one, and I could do multiple layers with a water system, and that might be something for the next season. But and I was going to continue on down here to another ravine, but that just gets annoying. And then if you go this way, no, if you go currently the way we're facing to the right, you hit another ravine, which was also annoying, which is yet another reason why I abandoned this branch mine. And my caving system, when I wanted to go caving and or collect obsidian, this is where I was getting my obsidian most part. as well as other places, was this giant cave system here, which we won't get lost in right now. Okay, awesome. Go, go, go. Alright, so then slowly the improvements came to this general area that you see here, and everything that's added in it, and I've talked all that in previous videos, we won't go over that now. But the first huge project that was ever taken on, and it was done by me and Andrew, who was just on today, actually, just checking in on everything that's been done, but was this. It was a XP grinder, which I may or may not continue to use. I'll probably use the Enderman farm, honestly, but let's see if I can get in there. So this is what we found, 1, 2, and then right under here, number 3. Gotta be careful not to break those. And we tried many methods. Most of the first ones were with water. This one was not, because the water wasn't working, because they could climb the walls and stuff and track through walls. So basically we said, well, alright, we're gonna have to make it bare bones. It's gonna be huge, it's not gonna be compact or anything, but it's gonna work. And the idea is they can spawn in the air because it's from a spawner. They fall down and they take their damage right then and there. The walls are too far away and they don't move fast enough to get to any of them to climb. And when they get down here, they can't climb up and kill themselves because there's a lip here. They can't climb up and then fall off and stuff like that. So then the idea is that then they're going to track through the walls. We're going to be standing somewhere in this general region. They're going to want to come over here, collect right here where we kill them with stone swords. I don't know, we couldn't seem to get it down to half a heart. I don't know if that was because we just didn't go low enough or because when we went lower then some of them were dying. I think one of the spawners is on a different level than the other two, which was causing problems. But then various, food, tree farm right in the way, everything, and a cobblestone generator to make the to keep us alive, as well as make the stone swords. So it was just then truly did become free XP. But after that was done, after that was done and after various other things were done, it was kind of like I wanted something to do, and this was another hub idea I had that didn't work out. As you can see, it's in ruins, but that's fine. Yeah, I had nothing to do, really. So I decided, in my sand quarry, where can we sleep? Anywhere we want to. We're in creative mode. This is the one episode I will be in creative mode. Well, probably until season 2 finale, where I'll probably do another recap of some of the stuff. But anyways, so I decided that I would make it into a village on the inset into it, and that because I was digging it out, the quarry out, and it was getting pretty large, and I thought, well, I'm getting a lot of sanded sandstone, because that's what the quarries are for. So I might as well use sanded sandstone to make the houses, also utilizing the new sandstone blocks that at the time were more new. They're not too new anymore, but I mean, hey, it's working out, because I think all of it's not too much of a sandstone overload, because of the grass that we've put here, and using lots of patterns. There's a checkered pattern used on a lot of these. But yeah. So I just started building houses. If we take what's in the view right now as the initial, besides this house right there and the wall, that was our initial village, really. And I plan to do it a lot more like this and on a lot larger scale than what we did. But that's obviously boring. So I started putting in some different buildings. one of which was a great addition, which we're going to showcase more of at the end of the video. But it's a, let's see, I think I put a sign to name it, didn't I? No. But it is a sunlight detector, or daytime detector. Not my idea. Lots of people aren't putting them in. Good just put one on the Minecraft server. B00 has had one for a long time on his building with B00. These are all peers that I would hope you know, because they're great guys. Just realized I didn't have something done. There, now we're done. The village is done. You witnessed it. You witnessed the last blocks being placed. But anyways. And clearing out the desert became more of a chore than anything. It wasn't resource gathering, it was becoming an excess. So I started using TNT, which really rapidly sped up the process, but at the same time I didn't get most of the materials back from the area I was cleared, and also it was messy, so the time that I gained in clearing I probably lost in cleaning up on the edges. Also, I didn't want to use up our entire stronghold supply of materials, because as you can see there's cracked brick and mossy stone brick used in this design. So I took up a good chunk of the wall, like a side plus, on a different design, which I like. But we also built the palace then, which I think took up way too many episodes than it should have. I probably should have just included what I'm gonna do if I'm gonna do a project like this. It took up, I don't know how many episodes this time, but I think ideally it should have probably taken up 3. One for building the circle and the towers, one for doing the roof and the interior as it is to date, and then one doing lighting, and if I had gotten around to it, the wiring of various things in this palace. Some of those things include the floor lights that stay on all the time. Oh, you know what? Another thing I never finished. We're gonna do this. I'm cheating. Sorry. Are these all wired? Did I wire? Oh no, I just put torches in them. Yeah, so these ones should be on too. I could actually do that. I'm cheating so much, but you know what? This world is not going to be in use anymore, so, or this area is not, so if you don't like it, then don't worry, because you'll never have to be reminded that I did this ever again. Anyways, all done. Now you've witnessed the end of the village. Alright, yeah, finish of the village. I don't need that anymore either. So yeah, some of the things with wires would have been those floor lights if we had gotten to it. This pressure plate I did do, a secret passage which doesn't lead anywhere. It would have led to an underground tunnel system that would have had rail carts running through it. That was the main, that would have been the next thing to do. And it is, the time of recording this is July 5th. So I could easily do it within a couple of days, but I'm so far behind on uploading, on all my series, on everything, and I'm slightly behind on editing, but not too bad with that. So I'm not going to get to it. I'm telling you that now. If I have time, well, I'm going to be waiting. And if I if I run out of videos to upload, I will fill it with an adventure map or something like that that's going to be easy to keep up with. But anyways, this storage system, which I put a tutorial on the flat world, which is another video that I haven't uploaded yet, will lift you up. It does not work too well in SMP, unfortunately. On a better server, I think it would work fine, but this is a small server, and depending on my connection, if my connection is anything less than flawless, usually it will just immediately hurl me off the edge. But if my connection is as good as any connection in the world, then I'll probably get lifted about 2 or 3 blocks before it actually does finally manage to push me off. Then we have the upper ring in here, and the fence supports. And, you know, we added some other unique buildings, and this tree farm, which we never even ended up putting trees in because we didn't need to, and because it's not big enough. It would grow trees fine. That's not the problem. I've tested that. It was just a question of speed and amount of wood that I'd need. And I just take an area like here. I did it a couple of times. Obviously there were buildings in the way, but I still had quite a bit of room. Line up a bunch of oak saplings, bone meal the entire thing, and call it a day. So yeah, that was that. And I don't need to do that once or twice for any given project. So I think we should maybe talk briefly about some failures that will be improved upon. Some logistical failures that I had was, you know, I just thought of one and now I lost it. Oh, right. SMP things like that storage room. And this this chicken, yeah, I'll do it. Deal with it. Oh, there's more holes. Sorry, I had a TNT accident when clearing out this row of houses here. I was getting really hasty. I didn't have too much time when I was doing it, and apparently I accidentally put around this area put 2 TNT blocks on top of each other without realizing it. I'm not sure how, but anyways, as the TNT was chaining, all of a sudden just whoosh, boom, just blew up that entire thing. I opened the gate for 2 seconds. Really? Yeah, you go out. You gonna go out too? Go out. Hurry. Hurry. No, okay. I can kill you because I'm in creative mode and the golems won't be able to kill me. But anyways, chicken farm, failure. Didn't work on SMP. Chickens just did not want to stay in there. Let's see, other failures. This general pen system didn't work. It required 2 layers. I never ended up using the 3rd pen over here, which I was going to expand. I was going to make the sheep. It was just basically, instead of splitting it into more or less thirds, I was going to split it into half and then have more room for cows, more room for sheep, which means less of the animal mobs clustering in one spot and glitching through the fences. Luckily, it seems like they've greatly improved, if not completely improved, this in 1.3, so we won't have problems like this before, but I've also seen some other techniques for mob pens that make it less likely for them to escape, which is nice. Okay, yeah, that's basically it for failures, luckily. But as far as things to improve upon, regular uploading schedule going to be happening. Once I catch up on my uploading, then we're going to be this is why I'm not recording anymore after today. Then I'm going to record, edit, and upload a tutorial all on the a video all on the same day when I would do it, as opposed to recording the raw footage, next day uploading, or next day editing, next day uploading, because sometimes I do them, like sometimes I sit and record 3 episodes, and then after I do that, I edit the first one, and then the next day edit the next one, the next day edit the next one. But the problem is that if 3 days in a row I record 3 episodes, I'm so far behind I no longer want to do any editing, because the things that I just recorded on are not relevant to what I would be editing, so it would just seem like boring video that's way out of date and old and stuff. But anyways, so look forward to that. Also look forward to being able to see a little bit more behind the scenes, but without going into too much depth. The lights already turn on? Did I miss it? Alright, you know what, I'm gonna use set time. Because I wanted to use that as an ending point on the video. But anyways, so yeah, like I think I would do a lot of talking and showcasing without a lot of building. What's nearby? Oh, you know what? And of the things I will be showcasing, there you are. Of the things I will be showcasing, you know, it looks like enchanting is going to be easier, and that there's definitely a lot more in the world, so I expect to be decked out with, you know, so yeah, we already have silk touch pick and stuff, but I just mean like I can show with some bit of excitement walking through the world and generating new chunks, because you might encounter different kinds of villages, you know, jungle temples, desert, pyramids, things like that. Caving, you know, would be something I'd like to do a bit more of, but not too much of, and then less just building for aesthetics, because I'm not that good at that, but I'd like to do a lot more technical stuff to accompany these things. Also utilizing some new mob mechanics and villager trading, set up some systems for that and whatnot. So it's going to be a lot more behind the scenes and a lot less of, hey, here's what I did over this past weekend. So, you know, I've learned that during the process of this project, and improve upon it for the next season. Alright, so, as I said, I wanted to show this off. This beautiful site. I wonder if I don't move, if I can get a good frame rate on render distance far. Oops. Far. Maybe we can turn fast on, because there's not much difference in terms of the lighting. And let's, alright, slash time set. Let's see, I think 13 brings it into night. Alright, let's watch these change. They should start over by the brick staircase and covered in glass, and then move to the outside. In either direction, generally. I hope I'm close enough to this building. I'll move a little closer. Normally you'd want to have about 5 or 6. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the ones that are farther away took longer to update visually, but there you have it. It's all working, and it looks great. Even at night, it's lit up. Oh, except for this guy. Hey, where the hell? There must be like one block right here that's just dark enough. But it looks great, I think. And it is definitely a nice starting point. I mean, if you think about what we built here, this was my first time ever recording something like this. It was my first time ever building something like this. All my past Minecraft worlds, I've basically lived in a hollowed out hill the entire time. It's just filled with chests from mining, branch mining and stuff like that. Actually, I never really used to branch mine, but I'd go caving a lot. And like, my only excitement would be if I happened to like come across a dungeon and I'd make a mob system out of it. So I'd have like 4 different spider systems and 4 different skeletons and 4 different zombie systems, but they'd all do the same exact thing. But until recently, when I've actually got my inspiration from some more LPers, that I have become satisfied with the content that I produced. Yeah, so thank you for watching this episode, and thank you for watching the entire series. If you if you haven't, you know, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna be honest, you didn't miss much. It was more of a learning process for me than it was for anything else. I mean, obviously, if there's anything in specific on here that you'd like to see being built or see me go into more depth about, then go back. But other than that, I would say more stay tuned for the very exciting things to come. Oh no. Should I just do that? Okay, I lied before. Now you've seen the village be complete. Okay, third time this video we've completed this village. But yeah, so stay tuned for that sort of a thing. Oh God. That's not good. Don't blow up. Don't blow up. I just finished this village. Don't blow it up now. Talk about ruining your day. Alright, there we go. Alright, that interrupted me, but as I was saying, what the hell was I saying? Something along the lines of just stay tuned for the very exciting things to come. 1.3 is a big update. It's not huge, it's just big, and but I plan to rework the way I do things in such a way that becomes a lot more Let's Play friendly. And also, in the near future, expect more people on the server. I have made the decision, because I did pay for this server and run this server. Well, I don't run it, but I pay for it, and I, you know, have control over it. That I would allow people to come on and start, but there are some conditions. I'm going to explain them now, and they're also gonna change at any minute. So, you know, if you say, but you said, it doesn't matter, because you know, I'm basically not gonna hold myself to my own word because I'm new to this, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or making a bad call. But anyways, you are allowed on the server if you have a good number. I'm not going to put any specific number, but a good number of videos on a YouTube channel with your, you know, that are of you playing Minecraft. They don't have to be on a different server, but it preferably would, because I'd like to see how you interact with other people. And the reason for that is not because I'm trying to get people who already have a following. It's because I need to make sure that these people aren't going to be griefers and stuff like that who come on, you know. I don't want people to say, oh yeah, I'd love to play on your server, come on here, trash the entire thing. It's not a bucket server. There's no protective scripts or plugins or anything like that. It's just complete vanilla. So if you oh, what the hell is this? If you know, I want to make sure that you are someone who's going to actually be a part of the community and not just someone who's gonna join because whatever. Also, if let's see, if I have 2 more slots on the server, so if one person, you know, replies and says, I probably should stop doing this. I'm just doing this because this is what I would do while I'm with chat. Anyways, I keep forgetting I'm actually in creative mode and that I'm not actually using any torches. Tell you what, I'll get rid of half of those. If you, what was I saying? What was I saying? It was about people who want to play on the server. How you have to have videos. Also, no videos that are made specifically as like an audition or anything like that. That's not. I want these videos. Basically, I'm gonna look if they're uploaded before this one. And if they are, then I'll know that you did it without this server in mind, which is what I want. Oh yeah, so there's 5 slots, right? Currently. Small server. There's already 3 people on it. So I have 2 open slots, but if you fill it up with 5 and we're all happen to be on at once, something like that, my guess is that the server's not going to like it. So I'd like to make it bigger. Unfortunately, that also means that it costs me more, but it also means that when there's only one person on, like just one of us, that it's going to run a lot better. So the trade-off would be paying some sort of rent. If I would say if 2 people join who I want to have on, I have to potentially work some system out Maybe not. It depends on what the cost ends up being. If the cost ends up being too much, then I'll have to see if there's some way that I can just get, like, it would only be $1 per month, and I'd probably pay it in like a 6 months chunk. So you'd only be giving me $6, and then the rest would pay for itself, because that's actually how TreePuncher, the service I use, works. It is $1 per person per month. So you'd be paying for that, and then I'd be paying, I don't know if I have to pay a little extra for anything like else. If not, then maybe you'd only be paying me 50 cents per month, and I'd be happy to cover the rest, just in good faith that, you know, just because, kind of like I'm doing now, but that's because it's only 5 people, so as you can imagine, it costs me $5 a month. That's pretty great. But yeah, if you want to play with us and you pass our little test, excuse me, and if there's a lot of you that pass our little test and we want on, and it starts to seem like it's going to be forming a good community, fortunately right now, currently the way this works, oh, I'm cheating again, darn, you will be asked to pay your share. The other thing is there's discounts for buying it in large chunks at a time, so it would probably only work out to be less than $1 per person, or it does work out to be less than $1 per person per month. So, you know, if we're gonna pay in maybe it'd probably only be like $5 for 6 months, somewhere around there. I mean, that's, I don't know. Again, terrible at estimating. But, yeah, so just message me or leave a comment or something like that. Direct me to you, where I can find some videos. And, no mods. If you're someone who plays with mods, fine, but they're not going to be on this server. I don't deal with them. I'm lazy, hate moving around files, you know, waiting for updates, that sort of a thing, pain in the butt, so not gonna happen. But, yeah, so I've been talking about this for a little bit too long. I'm sure you get the point, but it's fine. If I'm actually not upset about me going on for too long, because this is the last episode, so it has, you know, it should be a little longer. It's like a season finale. Oh, that looks so weird. I never play on fast graphics. I always play on fancy, because I'm fancy. Alright, but thank you for watching, again, this episode, as well as the entire series. Stay tuned for more series. Stay tuned for more people on the server. Stay tuned for great times to come, and 1.3 content, and a completely new area with completely new buildings. Completely new projects and completely new ideas. If you have anything you want to see in the next season, let me know. And until then, you know, stay happy, stay cool in the summer, if it's that kind of weather where you live. And yeah, I can't say see you in the next episode. I mean, I guess I can. I guess I should say see you in the next season. Bye-bye.